Welcome back to the game that helps us ask and hopefully answer the question, can green army men defeat giant spiders? I'm talking massive spiders. And giant spiders come in all shapes and sizes. You've got your black widows, you got your wolf spiders, and then you've got your giant like tarantula looking guys, which are basically like, if you're a green army man, this is like an AT-AT walker. And this is the attack on Hoth, except it's so cold out, you gotta cut open your tauntaun to stay warm. But then again, you're plastic, so maybe not. So what kind of green armyman would work? Because honestly, small arms fired like sniper rifles and M16s just isn't gonna do it. What kind of stuff, what kind of weapons are we gonna need? Well, fortunately, when you play a game like Home Wars, you get this guy in the background. You have giant mechs. You have a wide assortment. Everything from infantry to armored vehicles, artillery pieces, helicopters, planes. I mean, you even have an armored airship. Needless to say, technology is fortunately on our side. Because can you imagine if giant spiders had B-52 strategic bombers that could drop napalm on you? I mean, that would be terrifying. Needless to say, though, I wouldn't want to be a spider and get hit in the face with a bazooka, though. So these guys seem pretty good. But of all of this advanced technology that we have, the best guy in the entire arsenal is a dude with a shovel. You may be asking yourself, but stabbing spiders with shovels would work if you're human size, but not if you're an armyman size. Well, you'd be right. But it's what they do with the shovels defensively that's gonna save our tuchus. Oh yeah. Barbecue spider for dinner? Maybe. So we're not going to be taking out any vehicles because I want to see if we can deal with some daddy long legs. These guys bring an all new meaning to the phrase, no daddy, no. Oh my god. So before the battle starts, we basically look around the map and gather intelligence. I mean, at least as much as we can. We're the kind of person who owns a home, and instead of, you know, getting pesticides and bug killers, we animate and put life into small green plastic men and have them fight our wars for us. But at least we have imagination. But the enemy's gonna be coming from these red square areas. Baron, that's not a square, that's a rectangle. All right, geometry wizard. We are gonna be spawning our men in the green ones. Green army men and green ones. I mean, it's just, oh god. I forgot a key element to this battle plan. Whoops. I'll show you in a minute. But moral of the story is we have to defend this base. So we go to our infantry here. We grab our sappers and we start placing them around the map. These guys, remember, are the most important units that we have. We've got observers to give us long-range vision. Couple flamethrowers on either side, bazooka boys, M16 dudes, and then the big heavy machine gunners. So what we do is pause it because we have a minute and a half to prepare ourselves. Sappers, let's show everybody what you can do with those shovels. Now they've got giant spiders, right? So it would be kind of pointless to put sandbags and put our guys behind it because they would just walk right over at the giant spiders, right? But you know what would be working pretty good is glue. You have a lot of big legs. Well, that's a lot of big legs that can get stuck in a field of glue. Now, if you look in the upper part here on the left side, we have this thing called battle points. Each one of these defenses costs a battle point. So this guy is going to go and build all of those glue pads. The other guy, though, here, we're going to need something else. Now we have landmines and jumping mines, but landmines do more damage. So that's a lot of landmines. Now they can be coming from over here, so we do have to protect this side as well. So another thing that should slow them down is barbed wire. It may not be nearly as effective, but we've got to learn these things. Now we have one more and we still have a ton of battle points. And I'm thinking, if you're getting stuck in glue, the only thing that could make it worse is hitting landmines. Alright, so the most important shovel boys have hopefully going to be setting up a pretty good defense. Now we have to kind of like go RTS mode and move our soldiers around here. So we don't have a whole lot of them. And we've got a whole lot of guys that are essentially just fodder units. We've got our little scouty boys here. We do have a little bit, like we still have over a minute to prepare. and look in the background. You can see our sappers, aka our engineers, because it's really like kind of what they're doing. Doing the Lord's work. Blessing us and saving us with multiple static defenses. Now, if the enemy had guns, we'd be building pillboxes, sandbag walls, foxholes, trenches, but the enemy doesn't have guns. They got 8 legs. They're big, they're nasty, and they want to eat us. But there is one thing that I failed to do, and that, my friends, is bringing ammunition. It's the second most important unit. Actually, it might even be the first most important unit after sappers. So we'll call all the sappers back, because if they hang out there, they're just gonna die. You know what? More landmines, please. I don't think we can step on them, and the enemy's gonna be attacking now. So we got the, oh crap, they breached the enemy line, or they breached our line here. Oh my god, look. When you're that big, oh shoot. You're gonna be walking pretty fast. We got lots of small arms fire. We've got bazookas when they get in close. We've got some flamethrowers. That looked like maybe a little bit of friendly fire there with the bazookas, sir. Maybe you should move out so we stop doing whatever it is you're doing. And what you're doing is being an idiot and shooting our people with bazookas. Now the enemy's definitely pushing over here, so we're gonna have to reroute some of our soldiers. We're being overwhelmed. If this was your house, like, if this was your house, the question is, there really isn't a question. Like, do you stay in it or do you just burn it down? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you've got to at least do the thing like when you have termites where you like tape it up, tarp it up, rather tape it up with duct tape. Do you tarp it up and then you just like gas bomb it? I mean, look at this, man. Daddy Longlegs are nasty. They're just coming in here. They're eating our little green men. Look at this. The flamethrower is doing the best he can. He might be roasting some of his friends, but luckily, once again, there's no friendly fire. But flamethrowers versus spiders looks awesome. Moral of the story here, though, we did not bring nearly enough soldiers to defend this base. And why glue works, it just slows them down. Well, yeah, it's not like poisonous glue, although we did hide landmines in some of the glue. So it is evidently clear that our strategy was ineffectual. We need to go back to the drawing board and use a little bit more technology in the next attack. Oh, we lost a lot of, it always hurts you when you hear, I'm wounded, medic! And then you just see all these little green crosses where your men have fallen. So we know sappers are vitally important. We'll bring 6 of them, but the next most important thing is supply trucks. These things heal your soldiers and refill their ammunition because yes, they can run out. Now I'm thinking heavy artillery will be good to bring. And we're gonna bring in the A-10 Warthog, the heavy ground attack aircraft, because this thing has a 30mm autocannon that likes to go brrr. So that was just the entry spider. Mr. Daddy Longlegs himself. What if we were to take it up a notch and go to the Black Widows? And you know what? Brazilian Wandering Spider 2. And then the Goliath Bird Eater. This spider it can eat birds? 300mm in length? That's a naval gun. That is a massive naval gun. So we really are gonna need to bring in the technology. We've got heavy howitzers. I want 1 piece of rocket artillery because those things are awesome. And you know what? We are going to bring in an AC-130 gunship and a whole lot of infantrymen and 1 of those mechs because we got to see those things in action. And I guess we should have a tank out there. I feel like it'd be hard for a spider to bite a tank. There they are. The A-10 Warthogs. Look at that autocannon. All right, so we know the drill. Supply trucks are needed, 3 in each side, although we'll keep 1 back here because guess what? He is going to be arming the artillery. Now for aircraft, all we have to do is click them and they go in the control tower. And we're going to be able to pull up the control tower and call out the aircraft whenever we feel we need them. We've got our big daddy tank, and then we have a ton of infantry left to place. Too many troops on the battlefield. Okay, 6 bazooka men, I guess, are going to be in reinforcements. We still have a ton of battle points. I think we need a lot more glue this time around. And we know that they heavily come from this side. So you can stack the glue so it's even more effective. At least I believe so. That is a lot of glue. Tons of barbed wire. Look at these defenses. You got glue, then you got the hedgehogs, then you got the barbed wire. So now the defenses need to be built. Our sappers are gonna go out and do that, but let's start moving the troops. This tank is gonna hold this corner, and look, you can kind of see the circle of influence of each of the supply trucks. We got heavy machine guns. I wish you could like sort of drag your units, sort of like a Total War game in terms of like what position or formation you want them in. This sapper looks like he's done his job. Let's put more jumping mines in. So it looks like we'll be done with our engineering just before the enemy attack here. And look at that. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So the spiders are Spartan. Well, they might be. They're starting to spawn. Artillery pieces are already firing. We've got the rockets and the heavy artillery shells, although a lot of it is hitting the wall. We could have probably positioned a little bit better, but we are raining down fire on them and dropping a lot of these spiders in their tracks. Now this tank is anchoring probably like one of the most tricky spots. And now we need to spread out the bazookas because there's definitely friendly fire right here. We got the flamethrowers. Oh, did we lose somebody already? Who died? Oh, there's a sapper out there. We left the sappers. They camouflaged in the green. Pull back. I was wondering, I was like, medic, what do you mean? They haven't even broken through the line. But you see how the glue is just like significantly better at helping us defend the lines here. And the artillery is definitely doing a good job. So you're gonna need to use everything in your arsenal if you want to use Green Army Men to fight off a giant spider invasion in your house. Now, I think the hardest part is to try to figure out how to give them life, but luckily, that's what we have video games for. We can give the Green Army Men life and have them do all of the things that we wanted to do as kids. Get the Green Army Men, fight the Tans, and after you fight the Tans, it's like Starship Troopers. You gotta fight the giant spiders. And you know what we didn't even use? Air power. Look at that. The 30mm autocannons and rockets and missiles. Dead skis, boys. Dead skis. But doesn't this remind you sort of like Battle of Hoth and like the AT-AT walkers attacking Echo Base? To me, it does. A little bit of everything. Echo Base and Hoth, Starship Troopers, those Green Army Men games I played as a kid. Man, I love those games. Win! Huzzah! So, needless to say, we probably could have survived a whole lot more. And to be quite frank with you, we didn't even show off the most powerful bugs. We showed off the Goliath Bird Eater, but we have flying bugs, hopping bugs, and then Titan bugs. This thing is huge. And we have all manner of weapons and technology at our disposal. We didn't see the armored airship. We haven't seen a lot of the air cavalry helicopters. There's some pretty crazy dreadnought looking war machine tanks. There's just a whole lot. So if you guys do want to see more Home Wars, well, look at this list of things and pick some custom battles that you'd love to see in the next video. Thanks for watching Home Wars, which is essentially the best Green Army Men battle simulator there is currently, and I'll see you in the next one.